How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video with Uma on his Alfa Romeos. This guy has two very cool Alfa Romeos. If you watched my last video on the Alfa Romeo 4C, you would have seen me basically gushing for about 20 minutes about how sick that car is and about how I really want to buy one and how I reckon it is probably the most affordable and best exotic for the money, I guess. In this video, however, we're going to be talking about this, the Alfa Romeo 1300 GT. 1970 this car is from, and it is absolutely stunning. But what I think is particularly interesting about it is that it looks like the kind of car that you'd spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on, and yet you paid £26,000 for it, which is pretty good. And he bought it from Collecting Cars, which if you haven't heard of it, I'm not, by the way, being sponsored by Collecting Cars, but it's a cool new way to sell your car, which I think is really cool, and I spend a lot of my time looking at cars on there, wishing that I could buy them. So anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so I think that I'm probably the least most qualified person here to talk about this car, so how about you talk me through instead and tell me how sick this car is?
Cool. I mean, first thing you notice is, and we just had somebody come up to us when we were filming a little bit earlier, which we moved the cars from the earlier video, but it was because he came up and he was like, this thing is stunning. It's just pretty. I just love how the step front looks. This little ridge here, the bonnet opens that way. It doesn't open the way it normally would. It flips up.
Oh, we haven't had it open yet. I think
we will open it.
Yeah.
We will open it. It is just the prettiest thing. And it's tiny. It's parked next to a 5 Series and a Q7 on my brother's driveway. And it just sits in the middle. Left-hand drive because it's an Italian car. Because anything in the UK rusted or it was just too much work. But also,
weather isn't kind to cars, unfortunately.
Yeah, but also,
I know that firsthand with the MX-5.
Oh, MX-5, exactly. Everyone who has an MX-5 knows how Alfa owners feel. But it also was much cheaper. There are some fairly ropey ones at 20,000 euros that need a lot of work doing. Whereas this thing looks perfect, runs perfectly. The best thing about this car, replacing anything is cheap. Because you've got classic Alfa, you've got Alfaholics, you've got, and that just in the UK, there's one more, Ian Ellis will be able to source, like, there are people who just love these cars, particularly these ones, and so they're super easy to maintain, run, and people who know these cars know them, but this one hasn't needed anything in the 3,000 or 4,000 miles I've done in it. Collecting Cars were awesome. I dealt with Ed Callow, and I only bought this car because I looked at a GTV, the V6, the GT V6 from the 80s.
One of my faves.
Yeah. And I said to him, oh, you've now priced it out of my range. I'm not keen on it. Because what I really want is a 1300 Junior.
Yeah.
And he goes, funny you should say that. Have one coming. Really easy to deal with, really, really polite. Had a budget of 25 plus buyer's premium. Paid exactly 25 plus buyer's premium.
Very nice.
And they're super easy. And they tell you, if you want to see the car, go and see it. They encourage you to go and do that. And I love that about them. Apart from that, it's got the smaller engine, about 93 brake. People think you're going really fast, then they see you like pootling along at full chat. But it's just a joy to drive, I have to say.
By the way, I'm just saying, don't you think this guy should start a YouTube channel? I've just stood here, like my video so far, my content has just been this guy talking about the car. Like, I've said nothing, you've gained nothing from me, but you've gained an absolute insane insight into this car.
Because you haven't driven it yet.
Yeah, I know, it's coming.
When you get in, it's going to be, it's a difficult thing to get used to, but it's great.
I can imagine.
Yeah, let me know about the YouTube. I've been toying with it, but JB here does it well, and
if you think he should start a YouTube channel, which I think, yes, particularly with these two cars, even if he's planning on potentially selling, which I'm very much trying to sell him not to do.
Open to offers.
Yeah, open to offers. Yeah, let him know. And also follow London Alfisti on Instagram.
Yes, yes.
Right, so here we have the interior of the car, and this for me is probably one of the big party pieces. I love the interior of any classic car, but when it's a classic Alfa Romeo with finishes like this, like that's just so sick.
While you're talking, I was pulling this off the other day. Not because it's broken. This is what it's supposed to do, but I was pulling it off. There we go. To see if I could undo it, because I bought a classic look, Becca. So I thought I better put that on for your viewers there.
Yeah, I get
before
that.
they all say, I know your viewers are eagle-eyed. But yeah, this one's a unique. Yeah. Not completely unique, but it's rare in that the step front had a flat dash and it had 4 dials. Yeah. And this one has these very pretty, what became very famously the Alfa cows. and that I just love that.
They are
that for
sick.
me is the best thing.
They are so sick.
I was told never trust the petrol gauge.
Yeah.
That was in any classic car. Never ever trust this one.
Yep.
And as soon as this one's at 80, bang in the middle, you can really enjoy the car.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that this morning because we obviously rolled out nice and slow, and then over time the car just looked like it picked up more and more as you were driving it.
It sounds a bit ratty, a bit groggy, and you have to either let it sit at idle.
Yeah.
It has, well, we'll do a little close up in a second, but a choke and a hand accelerator.
Nice.
Which, if you look in there, it literally pulls the pedal up and down.
That's
so
insane.
you're supposed to sit with them both on for a cold engine for a little while. But there are famous stories of Italians being nutcases. They would drive down the motorway with their feet on the dashboard and
then
a hand accelerator.
Oh my god!
And that's how they do it. And I'm not brave enough for that.
Yeah, I don't think I would be either. I was gonna say I love these clamshell style seats. These are just so sick.
Sitting in them, JB, it is like an armchair.
Let's jump in this.
This has replaced my 4C as my daily car.
So sick.
Because I just want to enjoy it for a little while. I've done a lot in that, and I haven't done much mileage in this. But it's been doing the mileage recently, and it's awesome.
These seats are sick. I'm so impressed by these. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm just chilling. This is the ultimate, like, on a day out, just like, yeah, no worries. You can just literally sit back and, yeah, I might as well be lying down, is what I'm trying.
You need a cigar in this car.
Oh, trust me.
If I smoked, that would be it.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're properly in an armchair.
Exactly.
It's great.
This is, in terms of the actual seating position, like, this is just sick. This is so
it's very
chill.
round. Like, it actually is a clamshell. Like, it sits and holds you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I quite like that. And what's funny is that you've just closed that door, and I've remembered that the inside door handle doesn't work. So this is it now.
I have to buy the car now, boys.
Anyone who's owned an Alfa will say to you, they work their way into your soul. But I think it's because you have to want an Alfa before you get one. So you're already halfway there. While we've been filming, it's a bit hard because people want to come in and have a chat with us.
It's honestly, it's like going out with a celebrity or something. Like, the cars themselves just have a status where people just want to take pictures of them. They want to talk to you about them. They want to say stuff about them. And I think that's just so sick. And obviously, big fan of the car community. I wouldn't be doing YouTube if I wasn't. And I just think it's so sick to be able to own cars like this and to be able to share them with other people in the way that you've done so. I mean, been very kind to let me come out and drive these cars today. And speaking of, maybe we should go for a drive. I think that'd be quite a lot of fun.
You want to go in this?
I mean,
you're brave enough.
Let's do it. I think we should. Even though, by the way, 1 second, boys. No wing mirrors.
Yeah.
No door mirrors. No wing mirrors.
And left-hand drive.
And left-hand drive.
Good luck.
You know, I've actually never driven left-hand drive. I've obviously been in a left-hand drive car before, but I've never driven one. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's.
How many times do you think you stall it on the first drive?
Let's take bets in the comments down below. How many times I'm gonna stall this Alfa Romeo? I'm hoping 0. I'm gonna back myself and say 0, but in the comments,
you're
let me
gonna
know.
be over revving it. You're gonna have like foot down.
It's gonna
every
be.
time you come off the clutch.
I'm just not gonna stop. There's no stopping. Just carry on.
The good thing is, where we are, the roads are so nice.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll be doing much stopping.
No, I can imagine.
So, let's
just do it.
Seatbelts aren't inertia.
Cool.
Because who needs modern technology?
Preach it. So, is there a strategy to turn this on? Or
don't put your foot in the clutch.
Not putting the clutch.
All right, foot on the accelerator.
Yep.
Well, let's get it into neutral.
Good shout.
Foot on the accelerator down.
All the way.
It. And just as it starts, blip it. More. Clear its throat. Okay.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It's so old.
Okay.
Is it idle on its own, or is it not idle?
I don't know how cold the engine is yet.
Okay.
So when it's warm, it idles completely on its own.
We'll give it a moment.
So yeah.
This is the ownership of a classic car. I don't know how you're going to daily this whilst you've sold that one, because
the second this is warm, it runs like a dream.
Yeah.
It runs. You'll see.
That's the thing, like having to wait that long for it to be warm.
Oh no, you don't have to sit stationary.
Okay,
you just go slowly, and we'll do that now because there's a nice little slow couple of straight roads. Yeah, you can't be too fast on the gear shift in this.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit slower.
I know exactly what it's like. Having driven a couple of classics before, it's always that, like, you put it into gear every single time. It's like you actively put it there rather than just like throw it.
Exactly.
How do I, is it indicator?
That's it, that's the indicator.
Huge.
Bit Bit floppy, but I've got a new one to go in.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to buy this car, got your replacement sorted.
It's nice. It's really comfortable.
The ride's really good.
It's so decent.
Modern cars don't, I mean, we'll put the windows up.
Yeah.
Roll them.
Yeah. Roll them up, boys. Oh, warm though.
Oh, it is warm. I'll leave the quarter light. Look at this. Extra window. We'll show you the quarter lights afterwards, guys. This is magic.
Rude.
Remember, left-hand drive.
Yeah. No, I was going around that pothole, that's all. Mate, this is sick. What a car.
The seats are more comfortable than any modern car.
Yeah, 100%.
The ride is softer than any modern car, but it still handles. But it takes that second, like you throw it in, and it takes a second to settle, and then you just go out of the corner nicely.
You are laughing in this. Honestly, this is really lush. I could be in any car right now.
Go on, give it some.
Yes! Let's go! I love that. I think that's
half
so
revs.
sick. I think that's so sick. We didn't even get to 4 revs, and yet I'll send it on this next bit of road. But the immediate response that I'm having to this car is that it's like driving a modern car with more noise.
Yes.
That's the only way I can describe it. You know
But
what I mean?
even at no revs, if you just put your foot all the way down, it's just noise.
Yeah, it's just
not
noise.
even moving.
We're not going anywhere. we're just on the throttle.
Ah, here we go. Keep going. 6. Keep going.
So sick. And then on the brakes, they're a little bit like wobbly, but in general, very nice.
I mean, they're 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess
Exactly.
the full brake upgrades, the modern ones, are like $5 grand.
Yeah.
But it's not fast enough for that.
But it's so comfortable. Honestly, I thought like very pretty.
Are you in 4th?
I am, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
We're going to spin around. We're going to do this in 3rd.
Yeah.
And when you get up to that red line, it is magic.
Is it?
That's where it happens. Go on, give it some in 2nd, all the way up. There.
Oh, mate! This is such a rude car. Like, I can understand why you're going to daily this. The warm-up would annoy me, but I can understand why you would daily.
We're now warm, because we've been driving a bit. Because we've been driving today, we're warm. And now it's nice.
So sick.
Go on, slow down, and then get down into 3rd. Give it a little bit of revs. Go on, from here. Get it into 3rd, and just...
It's so slow, but it's so nice. Yes.
The gear change is also quite nice.
It is.
I really like it.
It is good.
1st to 2nd, you have to be a bit slower.
Yeah.
After that, you just like a modern gearbox.
Feels absolutely fine changing on the right as well. Like it doesn't really feel different, if you know what I mean.
You get used to it really quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
It's so small, and like the end of the bonnet is right there, as in it's super close. I feel so classy whilst I'm driving it. I feel like
even in that shirt.
Yeah, even in this shirt, even in this over-the-top Hawaiian that I'm wearing today, because I thought, good weather, get something aggressive out. Mate, you've done well with these 2 cars. I cannot believe you're selling. This is such a nice driving experience.
This one is hard.
Yeah.
No one else in my family understands this one because no one's driven it warm.
No, this is proper.
Everyone's a little bit scared of it, but when you're in it, just a joy. Yeah, like I've said to Johnny as well, like feel free to give it some. We're going to go straight here. We're not going to pull into that stop off. We're going to go for a drive. So it's like if you can get up the rev range as frequently as I do, because it's so slow. So when you're redlining in 2nd, you're doing like 60?
Yeah.
Probably not even that.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Well, I know it's not very quick.
It's not quick.
Listen to the engine. I know you guys can pick that up. So sick. Mate, like on a road like this, on a day like today, the only thing that can make this better for me would be a convertible. Other than that, perfect.
If I had the extra £100,000,
then
convertible
I think it's
would have
actually
been
quite rude that you haven't got the extra £100,000.
I agree. I think I should sell the house.
I think so too.
On a day like today, it is tempting because this with that noise, and it's 90 brake horsepower. That was new, so it's probably like 45 by now.
Do you know what the worst part is?
It's so good.
90 brake is still 40 brake more than my Polo. So on balance, you're still laughing. This is this has been a really nice experience to drive it. I was slightly apprehensive is probably the right word, because it's whenever you're getting into a car like this, you just think like, oh, is it going to handle well? Is it going to feel like a million years old? Yeah, a lot of YouTubers saying that old cars are rubbish, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not. I can promise you, it's amazing.
And we're going through town now, so
exactly.
you just drop it into third or fourth, you're good.
And cruise.
It's comfy.
And people are still looking, and that's all that matters.
Arm out the window, cigar in your mouth.
Mate, let's get it. Let's get it.
Working.
Chilling. So yes, that was a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed going out and driving that car. That was super sick. I didn't stall it even once. So anyone who's a naysayer or a doubter in the comments, you can confirm zero.
There was zero stalls. I was quite surprised.
It was sketchy.
I'm impressed. There was also quite an expert U-turn.
Yeah, I mean,
well. I thought it was,
a rogue U-turn took place. The car's really easy to drive, like genuinely super easy to drive. It's not a testament to me being a good driver or anything. Like left-hand drive, if you can get used to using your right hand, it's not the end of the world. And I just think it was just super chilled. I did not expect that at all. I thought that was going to be like driving an old dog, and it was like driving something modern with more noise, as I said. So really appreciate you letting me come out and drive your cars today. I don't want you to sell them, obviously. I want you to keep them so I can make more content with them.
Make as much as you want before I sell them.
Mate, I need to get me one of these. So I was discussing this, by the way. I'll let you guys go on this thought. That one there, so this one here, I reckon I could buy one of these and my girlfriend wouldn't be too angry because it's quite slow. Like it doesn't really go particularly quickly, so she's not going to get angry with me for driving fast. It's pretty, and I think she'd like that it was pretty. And also, you just look classy when you drive it. I mean, you look particularly
even
classy.
I can look classy. Yeah,
you're a classy guy, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm out here in this. Look at this shirt, mate. Zara special. Whereas this one, I don't think you look particularly classy when you drive it. You look very cool or whatever. Yeah, but classy is not the case.
It's not a classy
and
car.
It's quick and it's brash and it's loud.
It's loud.
Yeah.
And this thing's loud when you get going.
Yeah.
This thing is loud immediately.
Exactly.
No mufflers, race exhaust. It's just wild.
Exactly.
But that's what makes people laugh at that.
Exactly.
But yeah, she'd prefer one of these.
Probably.
Until it's a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Because there's no aircon in it.
Yeah. It'd be nice in winter, keep you nice and toasty. But yes, anyway, I think it's probably about time that I sign off this video. So again, massive thank you. Go follow London Alfisti on Instagram, and if he starts a YouTube channel, I will also link that down below later on down the line. I think he should start one because he's got a sick collection of cars and he's trying to buy another car, which I'll keep quiet in case he wants to use that for his own content. But as always, massive thanks to the patrons for their continued support. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.